Hello guys, welcome back to another E&M gaming video. And today we're going to be discussing a little topic called Who's Gonna Win? Featuring Ichigo and Naruto. Today's battle. If you guys would like to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, it really helps out the channel. It really allows me to make even better content than the stuff you're getting right now, including gaming, like Dragon Ball Legends, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and many other incredible things that I have planned for this channel in the future. If you would like to go follow Ethan or Mooski to other members of this channel, please feel free to by going to the links in the description or going to our channel and clicking on About, where you can find those links to go to their social medias. Now, without further ado, let's get into this video. To be brutally honest with you, I hadn't really planned on really going into depth detail about this because I thought I had already made it pretty clear in a previous video, but my standings on anime battles, and I thought I made it pretty clear based off my last video, Inosuke versus Bakugo, which you guys should definitely go check out if you haven't already. But besides that, I really want to go ahead and throw it out there that I really think that this is the video that'll really get us to the top. Because I really feel like there's too many people in the world that just are like, Ichigo versus Naruto. Let's see who wins. Because I sure don't know. Well, the first problem here is people really just don't understand that Naruto and Ichigo are actually very similar opponents and have both been doing things that are very similar very long period of time. Really sound like Naruto can keep up with Ichigo now because he only has some mastery of Sage Mode, while Ichigo still maintains all his forms. I do think it's very important to bring up the simple fact that for the longest time, Naruto and Ichigo have been in the same reign of power. And I don't really think people all that much really honestly believe this to be true, but it is a true statement and fact. The proof that Ichigo and Naruto have been fighting as equals, or better yet, somewhat in the same reign, is based on obvious facts and how much power or input that each has been able to output, so to speak. Ichigo has always had this attack called Getsuga Tensho, where he fires a big blast of spiritual pressure or energy, whatever you want to call it, at his opponents with a lot of ferocity or strength or power. Anyways, the beginning of the show, he was capable of using this attack with barely any training in the matter of using it. Although he did learn it from Usuke Unohara, he technically enhanced it on his own, and if not completely on his own. Ichigo has single-handedly mastered Bankai in a span of 3 days. He was capable of keeping up with Byakuya Kuchiki, one of the Gote 13 captains, and was even able to eventually surpass Aizen, which, if you've known anime at all, is one of the most busted and most crazy, most known about villains of all time, and just simply a monster. So to be brutally honest with you, if we're using anime-only feats, Ichigo's done a lot. But in the manga, he obtained even more forms and more power. Things that I'm not really going to get into because I really don't want to spoil the manga. I'd just rather keep it anime for all the people that don't really read manga, just specifically for those reasons. Although I will be counting in those forms when giving out my complete answer at the very end. Naruto is by far one of the strongest shinobi in Konoha. He's single-handedly been able to regenerate from serious attacks like Sasuke hitting him when he was a kid back in part 1 at the final Valley battle. He's tangled with people like Itachi for split seconds. He was able to somehow figure out how to take down the Raikage's like lightning armor with the Rasengan in like less than a minute or two. And he's even been known to dodge Sage Mode level attacks from Madara Uchiha, who was just spitting them out of his mouth. There's even more things that Naruto had done and proven that he can do over the vast period of Boruto, like somehow survive an attack from Momoshiki that could probably level the entire village by using Kurama as a shield. He's also been known to beat Momoshiki and even tie him with taijutsu in a base state where he wasn't even using Kurama's powered up form. In Naruto, like the original series, he was able to completely move so fast that ninja who were older than him and who were probably definitely without a shadow of a doubt more skilled than him, he moved so fast that he literally just disappeared off the screen and they couldn't even comprehend what he was doing. That's how fast Naruto was moving. He completely caught them off guard, and I think that's very important to keep in mind that Naruto has been moving at these faster than or close to or maybe far below light speed level a long time. Kakashi has been literally shown to be able to catch lightning bolts, so he's definitely a lightning timer. And there's also been instances where there have been characters that have even warped reality, like my guy did when he used the last and final gate, the gate of death. Although all this does make a lot of non-anime fans probably question what's really going on here, it should make a lot of you realize that Ichigo and both Naruto have overcome many hurdles and surpassed many people that who've done some ridiculous levels of things. Naruto was able to, with tons of help, I might add, beat Pain, even though he didn't really have that much. It was kind of just Kurama and Hinata and the frogs, and okay, maybe that is a little too much, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. And we can't forget about the slime slug thingy, whose name I completely forgot about. In any case, what's important and what matters here is that Naruto has single-handedly proven that he can hang with some of the greatest in his show, while Ichigo has proven that he can also hang with some of the greatest in his show. I think it's very important to keep in mind that both of them technically didn't defeat their final villain, technically. I want to make this very important and very known. Ichigo actually didn't beat Aizen in the anime. He didn't do it. He actually only beat Aizen because the Hogyoku sensed Aizen's wanting to lose, so he didn't actually beat him. And the thing about Kaguya's, Naruto could not beat Kaguya. They sealed her again, so it's very important to keep that in mind, that there was no beating that Naruto pulled off. If that actually did happen, then that would mean that it would be without a sort of a doubt a Naruto win or a Ichigo win if one of them actually pulled this off. Although the Quincy you watch, on the other hand, was a pretty powerful person who could perceive every single future happening at once and take Ichigo tangled with him, and so on and so forth. But once again, that was manga, and I kind of just spoiled it, so we're going to get off of that. In any case, I do want to go back to anime and explain to you that Naruto has improved just as much as Ichigo probably has in manga-wise. Like I stated earlier, in base form, he was hanging with Momoshiki as if he literally could handle Momoshiki for a specific part taijutsu-wise. I'm not going to say power-wise, but we can kind of use this to scale Naruto to a Sage Mode version right now. But the thing about that is that that wasn't Sage Mode Naruto. Now, completing this, he is a complete Sage, so you'd have to add that up to that. At best, I think Naruto could probably handle Ichigo before he uses his second Bankai, because after that, I think he's probably going to lose, or base Bankai, or whatever the f*** it is. I don't really think, if we're doing this, like, death battle, they're going to give him every form, even though technically he doesn't have it. So we're just going to go ahead and assume that Bankai base 2 or whatever is probably going to be stronger than Sage Mode. I definitely don't think Naruto wins without Kurama, and I don't think Ichigo would win without his Bankai forms. I feel like the best battle to probably have between them is probably a Teen Naruto versus a untrained Ichigo, like the Ichigo who's just a Soul Reaper right after Rukia gives him her powers. I feel like that's a better battle between the two, not this like full max. It just becomes a too iffy statement. Like, would Ichigo's spirit pressure be so strong? I mean, Ichigo literally cut the sky open when he wasn't even trying. I'm sure Naruto could probably do that. The guy's created black holes when he was fighting Sasuke with the Endura era and the Rasengan triple arm technique, where he created like 3 Rasen Shurikens in Kurama's form and fired them. And in that form, they literally created a semi-black hole so strong that it took out both his Susanoo and both Naruto's Kurama form and had them both knocked out on the ground, having to straggle to beat each other at that point because they had just wasted so much chakra and physically shown. Also in Storm games, oh, this is not canon, or maybe it is, Naruto and Sasuke are also shown to pull off so much damage that it shows on planet. So I feel like that's a very important thing to keep in mind. Although it's not necessarily 100% a thing to keep in mind, because even though they can pull feats like this off, it doesn't necessarily mean they can blow up a planet though. Naruto Storm games, I think, also really try to point out that Naruto and Sasuke really aren't there even at max constructed capacity, because Storm games really like to give it everything they've got, and I really want to make this plain to you that in Storm games, there's not even a sign that Naruto can remotely destroy the planet in those. So I do want to point that out, although I will state that I do think he can. I just don't think it's planet Earth. I feel like Naruto can destroy some planet, yeah, but I don't think it's going to be Earth. And just because he had people who Naruto technically were stronger than, who, like, whatever the guy's name that he fought on the moon, sorry, I'm butchering these names up. But the problem here is that he literally could not, and there was no way, say that Naruto was not, like, stronger than him. He beat him in everything. So if we were going to do that, then it would probably be a good idea to assume Naruto was stronger. And the guy also, he literally even said to Naruto that he was going to destroy the planet, and Naruto was like, okay, let him do that, and Naruto beat him. So, although there was no sign if he could actually pull it off, but if he actually could pull it off, then we might have to give Naruto that Planet Buster card for sure. But like I said, I don't really think it's Earth, and if it was Earth, then Naruto could definitely pull it off now, considering he's tons of times stronger than he was then. Going to Ichigo's side with the Bankai or whatever, it's kind of as simple as it gets. He gets enhanced speed, enhanced strength, enhanced power. He gets a flash step. He's pretty powerful now. I wouldn't go out of my way to explicitly state this, but I do think it's very important to keep in mind. If we are giving him Vice, I do think that would increase this battle's, I don't know, how do I put this, random factor, as I don't know if Zero's really wouldn't amp the game. I want to keep this in mind that both Naruto and Ichigo surprisingly have a, what I like to call, very minimum healing factor, and his Bankai 2, Ichigo gains a slight healing factor, and Naruto's had it his whole life. And sometimes Naruto's healing factor has proven that it's not so minimum. He's never had to regrow limbs with it, though. It's a small healing factor for the simple fact that it only heals so much. But he tanked the Chidori and then healed from it like it was nothing at full power. And let's keep this in mind, Chidori can tag lightning bolts like Akashi was doing. So it's very important to keep this in mind. Because I don't want this video to get too long, I am going to have to come to my thesis and my point for who I think really wins this at the end of the day. To be completely honest with you, I think this battle could go either way. I don't really think I was outing myself here at all. I wasn't really stating any facts that kind of just made it sound like I was going one way, because I really am not. Like, there really is no one way to go with this. I feel like it could go either way, like I was saying at the very, very beginning. But I do think that all good things like this debate have to come to an end. So I'm just going to state my facts. Ichigo, without a doubt, can destroy a planet, and I feel like it's been shown that he was able to hang with Aizen, who without a doubt transcended Shinigami. He transcended Gote 13 beyond them already because of all of that. And Aizen was also a Hada master, or someone who basically has mastered all of those Hado powers. Like, you know, the ones where they literally just say the names, like how Ruki was like Shinomai and all that, and basically just all that, and he's a Hado master. So I feel like that's a very important thing to keep in mind, because being a Hado master, especially one like Aizen, who can keep up with people who are extremely powerful, is very important. That being said, I don't really want to take complete time to focus on that, because Ichigo is not a Hado master, but he did fight somebody that was, and basically beat them, although I will state that neither character did beat their final boss. It's a good thing to assume, though, that Naruto would probably win this, and I don't really want to say this like I'm so sure confident, because I think I've already stated that this battle could go either way, but I feel like it's more pointed towards Naruto winning. Of course, Ichigo has Getsuga Tensho and has proven that he's a strong and very versatile fighter, But the thing is that Naruto has also proven that he's all those things, and even has proven that with his maximum level of power, Naruto's been able to create black holes with his power. And in Storm Games, they emphasize the fact that he can actually pull this off when using that strongest attack. Plus, Naruto has also been able to create millions of clones. Don't get me wrong, there are characters like Sasuke who body these clones with little to no effort, and with enough power and strength, anyone can beat those clones. But Ichigo's not anyone, and I feel like a lot of people don't take into account that these shadow clones are actually very versatile things when discussing different worldly fights and how that'll play out. Ichigo never fought anyone with shadow clones, so we really can't say that that would be how that works. Keeping in mind that each one of Naruto's clones are just as strong as he is, for the most part, or at least half-assed. So if we use that, then that's assuming that Ichigo would have to fight each of them. Keeping this in mind, he can create millions or thousands even, and I don't really think there is any way for Ichigo to counter that. He would have to take time to take down each one, assuming that Naruto and Ichigo, which I've been stating from the beginning of this video, are close in power and skill. Ichigo does not blitz Naruto with speed by a long shot, and I feel like that needs to be important. Naruto's Rasengan is probably just as effective as the Getsuga Tensho. And the thing about the final Getsuga Tensho that I really just don't like is if Naruto were to somehow genjutsu him, substitute jutsu, shadow clone trick, hide on the ground, or do millions of different things to get around that, it would just be as easy as killing him with any move Naruto wants, or even kicking Ichigo's ass to a certain extent, because he literally cannot use his powers anymore. And I do feel like Ichigo would have to use this to even consider winning this, because it would be an insta-kill if he got it off. The chances of him hitting Naruto with that being a ninja, though, are probably 80 to 20, something Aizen was not, which is why it actually worked against Aizen. So I do think it's very important to keep that in mind. Although this has all been said, I will want to go ahead and tell you that at very best, I do think they both can destroy a planet. But like I've been saying, they're probably so similarly close that Naruto's versatile abilities and powers just make it a Naruto win. And Ichigo has always been a subtle, strong, but used the same type of way of fighting every time to win thing, and shocking his opponents, which Naruto won't be shocked. In fact, Naruto will shock him more because Naruto's going to be doing things Ichigo has never seen before, which I personally think gives our good friend Naruto Uzumaki the win here. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave us a like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, be informed about new videos, and if you enjoy this content, please be sure to tell me if you want more. I'll catch you guys in this video. Thanks for tuning in. Deuces.